right and long. So today I'm continuing with this project, and I just thought I'd try a different lighting setup. So I'm trying to work out the lighting conditions. I haven't been that happy with the way that the videos have been in the past. I felt that maybe the overhead lighting was maybe bouncing off light colors and bleaching out the image a little bit. So I thought I'd turn the lights out. Well, I'll try that out and see how this goes. So I've just been continuing on with these beads. I'm about 3/4 of the way through now. So you can see I'm making some pretty good progress with the beads. And yeah, I've been enjoying doing this. It's repetitive, but it's enjoyable. The main objective right now is just to kind of get them all roughed out to the same kind of status. And then I'll go back and refine them to the next level. There's quite a bit of refinement left to be done on them. I find that whenever you're doing a repetitive task, if you set things up in series and sets, so in this case I'll do, you know, maybe a dozen or so in a row to a certain point of finish, and then I'll move over and do the next set to the same point. And then you just keep on going around and around until you've got a finish that you're happy with. Just like I did with the roping. And I still actually haven't finished the roping. Actually, I haven't finished anything on this yet. That's the I'll go over everything and refine it. Even though it already looks good, I'd really like it to be stunning. Because it's a private piece, I'm doing this for my own self, I can really spend as much time on it as I wish. It's different than when you're getting paid to do a job, because ultimately when you're getting paid to do the job, you're not really the one that's choosing the level of finish that something is made at. So one of the unique challenges about working with this material, with this onyx or calcite, as it's called onyx. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that I'm always talking about that. But I do like to have the clarity that it's not a true onyx. But I don't want that to take away from the fact that it's a pretty cool material. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen the previous videos where I introduced this wood platform, and you might be wondering what's with these wood dowels. These wood dowels are just simply there to keep my piece from sliding around. And something I hadn't actually introduced is the fact that I've actually taken the plaster off. In the previous videos, I'd had a fairly large, ½ inch of plaster on the back. And I'd had that from when I was originally shaping it. I had it plastered down to a piece of limestone. And I've taken that off, and so it's a lot thinner. But it also slides around a lot easier now, because the plaster was great as a non-skid surface. So I decided to use this wood board that I had made up, and I'm glad for it. But the other advantage to that is the fact that it allows for adjustable height. And I was having some issues with my back. I was, starting to become a little bit, achy for long periods of time, bent over. So I raised it up. Sometimes all you need is just a few inches. So I just put a couple pieces of 2x4 underneath this, and it raised it up just enough. About 3 inches in total. And now I'm able to work without it being a tremendous strain on my back. And it's a small thing, it's a simple thing, but it makes a big difference when you're standing over your work for very long days. So now that I'm got all these beads shaped, now it's really just a matter of cleaning them up and refining them, which is kind of the fun part, because that's where you get a chance to have the most impact. The rough shaping is always a repetitive and tedious task, but the refinement of things is always enjoyable. At least for myself, anyways. I know everybody enjoys different tasks. So if you hear a change in the audio quality, I'm trying a new experiment of using 2 microphones, which should balance out the sound and make it sound a little bit more full, thus bringing my voice into stereo. So we'll see how that goes. It was just something that occurred to me that I have 2 microphones, why not use them? Might be an interesting sound. I think that I've done some tests, and it certainly is a much fuller sound. And it's all about improving the quality of things, isn't it? Both the work that I do, this job, but also the way that I present it. I find it interesting how a lot of the advice you get about YouTube is find a creator that's really successful and duplicate what they're already doing. And I think, well, somebody had to try something new to start with in order for them to be different. And I've never been one to copy others. So I'm going to blaze my own trail. Let's see where it leads. Fortunately, I don't have a lot of reference for other ideas either at this point. I think that I've covered a lot of progress, and I don't want to exhaust my audience too much with watching me carve beads. Anyways, I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope that I've been able to both inform you and entertain you. And come back next time. I've got lots of new ideas coming up and lots of great content in the future. I think I'll probably just sum this up in probably one more video. And then I might do like a recap video, just because it's a lot of hours to consume watching the whole project start to finish, and that might not be everybody's cup of tea. So if you have been following along the way, I know that there's a certain portion of people that have come back from, for a while, and I appreciate your views. I know a lot of them, but if like, subscribe, and share my content if you want. It's the algorithm struggles, I think, to find the right audience, and I know that my stuff is interesting to certain people, but the algorithm doesn't always get those people right. So I'd appreciate it if you know anybody that might be interested in this to pass my channel along and share my content. But that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.